Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to build a fully automated AI proposal generator that we're using Clay and Anytin. This is a system that pulls the lead data from Clay, builds a tailored value proposition using AI, and then sends it to us over email for reviewing. We need to understand something that as a part of the entire sales process, one of the most time consuming thing is building a proposal and editing it and sending it. That time can be saved and you can spend more time on the outreach if this entire workflow gets automated. So I'll quickly show you how do we do this. The first step to this is going on to Clay and researching about the companies that you're going to approach. See, I have a list of companies that I've filtered based on certain parameters like industry, location, company size. Next, I have the description over here of these companies. So what I have done is I've used Clay's AI agent to build a value proposition. Now I'm into B2B lead generation services, so I want to build a value proposition as to how can my services help these companies. So I've put in a simple AI prompt wherein I've told it that what am I doing and what it needs to do. That is create a custom value proposition that I can add in a custom proposal. What Clay's AI agent has done further, it has configured a complete prompt that it has given to OpenAI's GPT model to then further generate that entire value proposition. So I have this done over here for the first 10 companies in my target list. And as you can see over here, it has given me a complete value proposition as to why this company might need B2B lead generation services. And this helps me in terms of further using it to create my proposal. Coming to the next step, this is about the Clay workflow. Now, oftentimes what happens is a lot of companies who already have a paid plan of Clay, they directly use API integration with Anytime. But since I am using the free version and this tutorial is around how do you use tools for free to help you in terms of building that workflow, we don't have an API right now. So what we are going to do is we're going to extract this entire sheet, that's our data file, into a Google Sheet. So this is where I have my Google Sheet with all the data that I'm looking for. That includes the description and the value proposition, my two main data fields. What I'm next going to do is I'm going to go on to Anytime, and I have my workflow already built over here when I start with a schedule trigger or a manual trigger. In the manual trigger, I'm taking in two fields. One is the recipient email, that is my email ID, and second is the company name. Why do I need to do this is I cannot rely on AI completely to build that entire value proposition or build that entire proposal for me. What I need the AI to do is just do the research and give me a proposal that is close to what I want to build, so that my time gets spent more on just reviewing, editing a few things, and then sending it to the client. See, I have just started with the configuration first. My next step is to get the data from the Google Sheet that I have in place. So this is wherein we have added Google Sheet as a mediator between the data that we fetched from Clay and what we are loading onto Anytime. So in the Google Sheet, very simply, you can add your account. You can add the sheet which you need. So I have selected the Google Sheet from the list of sheets that I have. I have selected the tab where my data lies. And when I click on executing this particular step, if you can see on the right hand side, I have all those details fetched over here as an input. In the variables and context part, I can see that my workflow has been executed at this point of time. Further, when I talk about the next step, I want to process every single company. So now in this case, say I had multiple rows, but I've taken one company as of now. I want to ensure that using a code, AI or Anytime understands what are the fields that I need to map. So over here, as you can see on the left hand side, it has mapped all those fields as per the headers that were there in the Google Sheet. Next, I have built an AI agent over here where I have integrated an OpenAI chat model. So what I have done over here is in the AI agent, one, I have taken the prompt wherein I have added the different fields that are relevant to me using the expressions. So very simply, I wanted the company name. So what I have done is I have clicked over here on the get company data wherein I have the fields that are extracted from the Google Sheet. I simply have to drag and drop them over here so that it adds them as a tag. Once this is done, I have generated a system message. A system message is a prompt for the AI to understand what is the task that we have to do. So as you can see over here, what I've done is I've asked the agent to act as an expert in B2B proposal writing. The task is to address the concerns from the value proposition and build a proposal according to it with a certain word limit. Now, this AI agent uses this prompt to then finally build the proposal. Post which, whatever the text that is generated, obviously it is something that we might not get in a proper format. So what I have done is I have asked it to then format using an HTML code, which includes, say, building the header, having different paragraphs created. So this is wherein the entire formatting happens. Now, if you are new to coding or if you don't know coding, then the best thing that you can do is you can use the Ask AI feature over here to write that entire code and help you in terms of creating that entire formatting. You can also do one thing, that is you can use the Anytime AI to actually put in whatever your concerns are. So if you can see over here, I've added a query basically when I was creating this workflow, that if I want to format the output of the AI agent into a proper HTML, then how do I do that? That's wherein this entire node was created by Anytime AI for me. The next step, and which is the last step, is for me to get that entire proposal over email. Wherein I have again configured it, added what should be the subject line along with the name of that company and the message I have already taken from the previous step. So once I actually start executing this workflow, what happens is, as you can see, it has taken the data from Google Sheet, processes it. The AI then creates the entire proposal. It takes a couple of seconds over here to build on the entire proposal because it analyzes the description, the value proposition, and the other parameters that are provided. Post which, as you can see, that entire thing gets executed and I have the email created. And this is how the email looks like when I go to my inbox. Is, if you can see, it's a completely formatted email that I have. Even if I further want to format this, I can do this by going back to the format to HTML node. And that is how you can create a custom proposal for your clients within seconds using both Clay and Anytime. Clay for its research capabilities and Anytime for its workflow automation capabilities. And this is the most amazing thing about these two tools, is how you can use the best features of them to then finally get the desired output. So this was about it. This was about how you build a complete Anytime workflow with the full AI prompt to build an agent like this. And if this is something that you found helpful, or if this is something that solves something for you, please do like and subscribe to our channel for more such AI automation tutorials. And thank you so much for watching this one.